bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. As the local government elections draw near, a veteran in the ground transportation sector has joined the race for a spot on the Freeport City Council. Our Sabrina Brown reports.
Almondo Talbot is the owner of Tawana Tours. He is president of the Tour Association, a past president of the Grand Bahama Taxi Union, a member of the Grand Bahama Island Tourism Board, and he assisted with the Downtown Turnaround Project. Talbot has spent more than 3 decades in the tourism industry, and now he's offering himself for public office. He has officially entered the race for the upcoming local government elections in the East Grand Bahama Lucaya Division.
My goals and my aims are to build a strong and a healthy community for all, and an environment where the proper infrastructure is put in place for the growth and development of our community, where our youths and our elderly people can feel safe.
The local government hopeful outlines some of the concerns.
There is some concerns there with the lighting system, the parts where the visitors walk through and so forth, where a lot of bushes grown up. There's some things need to be done in those areas.
He says there is voter apathy with local government elections because of the perception that the Grand Bahama Port Authority has full control of the city of Freeport. But he believes local government councillors and the port can work together to achieve much.
If we need to go to the Port Authority and agitate for things to be done, well, that's what we'll do. But we cannot sit back and complain and do nothing about it and say, oh, it's the port. The port is looking for ideas from us so they can enhance Freeport and make it a better community for all to live in.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Sabrina. The Lions Club taking some 14 educators to Orlando, Florida for its Lion Quest training program. Lion Quest believes the most effective way to promote positive youth development is to promote educators with current research, materials, and strategies for addressing critical youth-related issues. Principal of Lewis Yard Primary School, Sandra Bullard, among the educators making the trip.
I'll give it to Ben.
Our school, Lewis Yard Primary, we had a good amount of academic challenges last year. We also have some social ills that we need to address. With the Lions Quest program, it prepares children to be self-aware of themselves. It also prepares them to make excellent decisions. It deals with their social issues. And as a result of all of that, it helps the kids to be confident in their work, to communicate well, and in the end result, it decreases bullying, increases the GPA, and also prepares them to be excellent leaders.
Now, educator Petra Worrell calls the training a crash course in exciting instructional strategies to be used in the classroom.
It does not occur in a vacuum. And we address the academic needs of the students, but we cannot ignore their social and emotional needs. And this program is designed to integrate teaching, addressing these needs along with the curriculum, not in isolation, but as we teach our curriculum, these needs can be met. So we have a problem with conflict resolution in many of our schools, so there were many instructional strategies that we learned to deal with things like conflict resolution, self-discipline, managing emotions. These are things that our kids have so many problems with.
HIV and AIDS continues to claim millions of lives around the world, and that is why a local organization is working tirelessly to educate young people in particular about this disease. Tonight, Sabrina Brown takes a closer look at their efforts.
Grand Bahama is now closer to having an HIV/AIDS education resource center as the Red Rose Ball Committee continues its efforts to spread the message of prevention. Chairman Odette Knowles says the building being constructed by NOLA Investment at a cost of $300,000 is nearing completion, but help is still needed.
Since January of 2013, we started construction on the building. We're happy to have been given the plot of land from the Grand Bahama Port Authority To date, we are 60% of the way, and we are 40% where we need to complete.
Knowles says the committee is grateful to local and international partners for much-needed support.
We've been so gracious to have gotten the assistance from Statoil, who would have assisted us in giving us hurricane windows along with Polymers International. So we have those just set aside for when we're ready for closing in. We're so gracious again for the support of our international counterparts, P and W Global Mission. They've always supported us for the past 4 years. They've been on board with us in any endeavors that we needed to get it moving. Last year, when they came for the main event in November, they offered to give us some 20 computers, should be here on the island by tomorrow. For when the building is completed, we'll have that area for research.
Businesswoman Leslie Miller-Bryce, who has agreed to be a face for AIDS education in the country, says it's vital that this campaign continues.
There's nothing better than education. There's nothing more important than awareness and just getting people aware of what's going on in our country. Because, you know, for someone like me that would have just come on to be a part of this organization and this committee, you sometimes don't understand and get all of the information as to how deadly this disease is and how rampant it has become in our country.
The committee is preparing for one of its annual fundraisers on May 17th, the All-White Affair. Le Chateau on the Green, formerly Waterworld, is partnering with the committee to make this event a success. Executive Director Vinell Albury.
AIDS is a ramping killer in our society, and it's no respect of person when it comes to whether you are a mature adult or a teenager or a child. It is a disease that is ramping, and we'd like to get awareness out there. And
the All-White Affair will be held on May 17th at Le Chateau on the Green. Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
To wrap up, I have to say a happy birthday to Shahol and Fat Boy Bartholomew Rolle. And that's going to do it for us. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, I'm Shasheena Rolle, and on behalf of sportscaster Ricardo Lightbourne, have a great evening. The Bahamas Tonight starts now.